Hey, what's up guys, it's me, Connor, and I'm back with another video. Um, Recently, which is literally a couple minutes ago, I filmed a gameplay of a really awesome game that I'm gonna let you guys know real soon. But it turns out, when I was filming, I didn't realize that the microphone wasn't working, or whatever. So then, everything that I recorded, you couldn't hear my voice at all. Which is not so bad, because you guys don't like my voice to begin with. But it was fucking horrible because, honestly, it was like I already had part one finished. Everything was ready. Everything was set. All I needed to do was edit and upload. I know that's still a lot of work to do, but at least I got part one finished. You get me? But since that was canceled, I decided to make a conspiracy theory video, as you guys read in the title. This video might be not the shortest video you've ever seen. Probably one of my longest videos. Not as long as a rant. You guys haven't checked that out? Please do. And yeah, well, without further ado, let's just get started. Alright, quick disclaimer before I start the video. These are all just theories, I never stated that these are true. I just do this for entertainment purposes. So yeah, don't get butthurt or whatever if you guys don't like the video. Yep. So yeah, anyways, as I was saying, theory number one, did you guys ever seen the chemtrails? On the skies, those little when you see those planes just go by, and then they leave a smoke trail behind you, would say, or it looks more like clouds. Like, many people believe like that those vapor trails or whatever that you see are loaded with chemicals or whatever. They're supposedly part of they're a plot, a big ass plot by the government, or the New World Order slash, you could say Illuminati, that, to sicken us, so for many sinister reasons. Those famous singers or whatever, or I don't know what they're called. Pretty sure famous artists or whatever. Um, they what's that guy called? Prince and Merle Haggard. They died exactly 2 weeks apart in April, and then both mentioned about the chemical trails in their music. Prince on the song "Dreamer" from made in 2003, and Haggard on "What I Hate" in 2011. Prince also spoke extensively on the subject, in public, stating all that kind of stuff about the chemtrails. And then they believe that the icons were, the people believe that the icons were killed because by weaponized chemical flu or something like that. You know, that many people believe that they spray us with that shit every fucking day, which is honestly very fucking creepy. If you think about it, it's really fun to think of those shits because they're actually really cool. And then, all right, so theory number two. All right, so many people also believe that the Pokemon Go is actually watching us or spying on us, you could say, because the game's privacy policy is stated by Niantic, the company that made it, and also Nintendo or whatever, contacts and photos that the developer intended. The Chinese bloggers or whatever are trying to block the game's entry into their country. It's basically a ploy by the US or whatever and Japan to locate all of China's military bases or something like that. And it's an added twist that there's a new theory that Japan is using the game to spy on the US, and that Go actually stands for Global Offensive, which is actually really fucking crazy, and it's really weird to think about that. And it's kind of fucking mind blowing. These are actually fucking scary or crazy, because I've heard some of them, but saying it to you guys is just oh shit, you actually think of it while you're saying it and you're just holy fuck. All right, so I have a couple more theories, but yeah, there's another theory out there that they say that California's drought or whatever is all engineered, because you know how in the mid of 2016, California they endured the fucking the serious lack of fucking rain, and for 4 years, I would say. Yeah. And the people, they're emptying, water is being fucking rationed, and then and then other states are, assisting, but the only real solution is for it to like start raining again. However, like many conspiracy theorists, people believe that the drought has been geoengineered by the government to to slow down global warming or something like that. Which I mean, I guess kind of makes sense if you think about it that way. It also ties in with the chemtrails theory, because it does like the logic is that the government believes that spraying the atmosphere with like some kind of mixture is going to lower the chance of us getting like global warming or whatever. Like it will absorb the sunlight and then slow down the global warming. Many people, like I said, believe that the government, fucking like government agencies, have taken control, and then they made it stop raining, and which like begs the question: they could control the weather. Why not just make it a cooler? Now I'm gonna do a couple more conspiracy theories right now. Like I would say like two more or three, and then I'll click out because it's like really late right now, and I'm in the middle, and I'm filming and stuff. I'm in this like new studio recording thing that I found laying around. Nah, but yeah, and then sorry, let's just get back into the topic. All right, so I'm gonna say one that's really known by literally fucking anyone or everyone who's like into these things. Many people believe that the Denver airport is actually is a headquarters of the New World Order, or as we call it, the Illuminati. Because in that airport is like one of the creepiest ones that like there's a bunch of like creepy statues. There's like some people even say that like the top of the whole thing there's like a Nazi symbol, which is really fucking crazy to think about. No, like I said, this is all for entertainment purposes. I'm not saying this is real. It's just for everyone to like have a good time or whatever, which is really fucking weird to think about because it's like all full of like these creepy images everywhere, and you're just like holy shit, like damn, like this is actually it makes sense. And then there's also like supposedly secret passages that people could go through or the Illuminati goes through, which is also really crazy to think about. And then for our last theory, it's about crisis actors. As you guys may or may not know, when every time there's like a shootout, sadly, when there's like a shootout like at a school or anything in general, or like any tragedy happens to anyone, there's people that theorists believe that there's crisis actors. And crisis actors are basically just actors that act like that pretend to be like that just pretend that they were part of the whole scenario or situation, you could say. Like for example, okay, so this one site says that this one actor, Tracy Ullman or Ullman, I can't pronounce it that well, I'm sorry, is part of like the government false flags or whatever, because people, like I said, the government like is basically controlling all of us or whatever, and they basically hire crisis actors to say everything instead of the people that actually happen. Because honestly, like let's say for example, you're like a mother or something, and then they just kill your son, and then they interview you, and then you're just like, what the fuck? Like my son just died, and you want me to tell you like how I feel, like And then those crisis actors talk like if nothing really happened, like if they don't even care. Like I think it was Shane's video. I would say I'll leave a link down below or something if I find it. It's basically like this actor, this like guy that before they started filming, before they went live, they didn't know that he went live. They didn't know he was live, so he was like laughing and talking and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden the camera goes on him, and then he starts acting like all sad and starts getting all depressed and crying, and then everyone's all like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Like why? And then going back to the Miss Yeoman, she's come out in CNN and Yahoo Live. She's come out as one of the victims, or I think her name was like Alex Israel or something like that, and she was like former classmate of Adam. Yeah. And then she appears again in Yahoo saying all these like she appears like the same fucking person appears. They called this time she changed her name, and it's Katie Couric, something like that. I can't pronounce that either. I'll just put an image down below so you guys right here so you guys could see what I'm talking about and all that stuff. And it's like their faces are fucking identical. Like what the fuck? And then people caught on, and then they're this is more like reality than a theory. Like the part of the theory is basically just like the government, but like this is actually real. Like people actually fucking just hire actors to act out like the whole fucking thing, which really fucking sucks, honestly, because it's just like, you know, yeah. And then I know I said this is the final theory, but I'm gonna throw in one more in there. Many people believe that the moon is actually fake. It's like a hologram or whatever, which is really fucking interesting because they say that there was this man, I think he was in like on his telescope watching the moon, like, and it was one of like the best telescopes, I guess. I don't know, I forgot what his name's called. And when he was looking at it, he noticed that a little like veil of like little like thing went like that over the moon. And at first he thought, oh, it's just my telescope messing up, I guess, or glitching out. But then he saw that it happened twice, and that's when he was like, oh shit, like this is just like what, and then that's when people started to believe like, holy shit, and the whole thing's just fake. It's like it's a hologram. It's just the government making us believe that there's like actually a moon and all that stuff out there. It's also one of those things to think about, which is really fucking crazy, you know. And well, yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, fucking like, and subscribe because I make videos every so often. And well, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace, peace.